I am literally what the world will call a can of shit. I'm a deadbeat dad, I'm a father of three, and I'm a failure as a father. I'm an ex-junkie, and I'm just keeping it 1,000. And I still hold my motherfucking head up. My name is One Done, and welcome to One Done 911. With that being said, man, I woke up this morning and I was feeling pretty good, right? I started off and I was feeling good, honestly. I drank my ginger tea with a tad bit of honey. Just a little, maybe a little, was it teaspoon? Teaspoon is small, right? So I drank my tea, and as I'm sitting there drinking my tea this morning, I'm watching the news and boom, like I'm sitting there and I see Times Square shooting, broad daylight, teenager, just shooting, pow, 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 pow. People scattering everywhere, people running everywhere, pow, 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 pow. And he shoots and just shooting at in broad daylight and people running, and he ain't hit nobody. He ain't hit shit, yo. Just the fabric of society, the way youth sees it nowadays. He just pow, 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 pow. Ain't hit nothing. But you risk, number one, the safety of thousands of people in Times Square this morning, right? And you risk your freedom, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, my problem is, this ain't GTA, yo. The young folks of today, they stuck in a fake reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, people die. Your actions can impact a person's life for their entire life. You know what I'm saying? No regard for human life. That's where we at. I don't know if he was black, white, Hispanic. All I know is he did not care about nobody else in Times Square. Thank God they said nobody got shot. And he got caught. That's a good thing. So now, you stupid motherfucker, you're facing multiple attempt murders. You done fucked your young life up for the rest of your life, bro. You fucked up. For what? Because you got a blick? Because you ain't scared to bust your, you know what I mean? That's crazy. I feel like that is insane, yo. That's what I'm waking up to. And I am trying, for the life of me, I'm like, I had gone through a spell, yo, and mentally I was fucked up. Like, for real, I was really fucked up. I went through and it was bad. It was bad. And I hated. I literally hated women, especially black women. I ain't gonna say what I was calling them, but I didn't have any love for them because I was in my head. You know what I mean? I worked through that. I worked through that negativity, yo. It took me a minute, not a whole long minute, but it took me long enough to work through it. But I was able to work through that anger and that hostility towards my black sisters. And I'm proud to say that I'm happy that I did, because I overcame a hurdle at that time. At that point in my life, I it was real. The anger, oh, it was so real. But I prayed about it, and I just started listening to. I cut off where I was getting my hostility from. See, my theory is, and this comes from years of drug abuse and finally getting over it. My theory is, once you pinpoint what's ailing you, you got to isolate it. And you got to cut it off. All right? Period. A lot of us do like I do, former ex-dope fiend, and we try to pacify. As a former ex-dope fiend, I knew that, hey, I got this little window, you know what I'm saying? I tried to whittle down, you know what I mean? But yo, you can't play with things you're trying to change in your life. You got to cut it off, get rid of it. You got to replace it and move on. Cut it off, replace it, and move the fuck on. If it's a limb and it's giving you problems, you literally. Now I'm not saying physically. I'm saying in a a literal sense. Like, I want you to like visualize it. Cut it off, put a replacement on. Move on with your day. Keep it pushing. Give it to God in prayer. Forget about it. Keep it there in your head, but forget about it. And then, whenever that ailment that you could feel it, and I'll get into this, yo. I know what I'm talking about. You can feel that evil, that wrong spirit. You can feel it in your body, in your soul, in your heart. You can feel it whelming up. You immediately have to target it, and you got to cut that motherfucker off. And you give that problem to God, your higher power, and you let it go. I know I'm all over the place. This is what I do. I just be talking. Like, I started off, and then I go here. I go wherever the Lord lead me. You know what I'm saying? If ain't nobody told you today, let me be the first one to tell you today. I love you. And I thank you for stopping by. And I appreciate everyone that listens. Because I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. I'm not sponsored. Nobody gives a fuck about what I say. But I'm praying that somewhere along the line, at some point, and I know it can happen, that this reaches the right person. Maybe it's you. Maybe I'm recording this for me to listen to it again. I have no clue. But it's genuine. I am one done. And this is One Done 911.